The perception that video game graphics have not significantly improved since the 2010s can be attributed to several factors. While there have been advancements, the pace and nature of these improvements may not be as dramatic or immediately noticeable as those seen in previous decades. Understanding why this perception exists requires examining various aspects of video game development, hardware limitations, cost considerations, and broader trends in the gaming industry. As video game graphics approach photorealism, the incremental improvements become less noticeable to the average player. The early 2000s saw significant leaps in graphical quality with the transition from 2D to 3D graphics, and from low polygon models to high polygon models with advanced shading and lighting. By the 2010s, many games already featured highly detailed textures, realistic lighting, and complex character models. Improvements beyond this point, such as subtle enhancements in texture resolution, lighting nuances, and shadow precision, can be less perceptible without direct comparison. This phenomenon, known as diminishing returns, suggests that as technology nears its peak performance, the benefits of further advancements become marginal. The capabilities of gaming consoles and personal computers have a ceiling. While each new generation of consoles and graphics processing units brings more power, the leaps in performance are not as groundbreaking as the jumps seen in earlier generations. Additionally, developers must design games that can run on a range of hardware, including older systems, which can limit the extent to which they can push graphical boundaries. This need to cater to a wide audience, including those with less powerful hardware, restricts how much graphical fidelity can be prioritized in game development. Creating high-fidelity graphics is increasingly resource-intensive, requiring significant time, money, and talent. As the complexity of game development grows, studios must balance graphical enhancements with other important aspects of game design, such as gameplay mechanics, story, and optimization. Investing too heavily in cutting-edge graphics can lead to longer development cycles and higher production costs, which can be risky in a competitive market. Thus, studios often opt for a more balanced approach, ensuring that other elements of the game are equally refined and engaging. Game developers often prioritize elements other than graphics to enhance the gaming experience. This includes improved artificial intelligence, more expansive and interactive worlds, better physics simulations, and more sophisticated storytelling. While these aspects might not directly impact the visual fidelity, they contribute significantly to the overall immersive experience of a game. As a result, the focus on non-visual aspects of game design can sometimes overshadow incremental improvements in graphics. Not all games aim for photorealism. Many successful and critically acclaimed games use stylized graphics that focus on unique artistic visions rather than pushing the limits of graphical realism. Games like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Fortnite, and Hades employ distinctive art styles that set them apart and appeal to broad audiences. This trend emphasizes creativity and artistic direction over sheer graphical power, showing that visual appeal can be achieved through a variety of artistic approaches. Player preferences play a role in shaping the industry. While there is a market for high-fidelity graphics, there is also significant demand for gameplay innovation, story depth, and multiplayer experiences. Developers cater to these diverse preferences, leading to a broad range of games that may not always prioritize the highest possible graphical quality. The gaming community values a rich variety of experiences, and this diversity influences how resources are allocated in game development. While graphical fidelity might not have seen dramatic jumps, other technological advancements have significantly impacted gaming. This includes improvements in virtual reality, augmented reality, cloud gaming, and artificial intelligence. These technologies are changing how games are played and experienced, sometimes overshadowing incremental graphical improvements. For instance, the immersion provided by virtual reality or the convenience of cloud gaming can be more impactful to players than marginal enhancements in visual detail. Many game developers rely on established game engines like Unreal Engine, Unity, and CryEngine, which have seen steady but not revolutionary updates. While these engines provide powerful tools for creating visually impressive games, the underlying technology has matured to a point where dramatic visual leaps are less common. The improvements in these engines often focus on usability, efficiency, and support for new platforms rather than sheer graphical advancements. Another reason why graphical improvements might not be as noticeable is the increasing focus on higher resolutions and frame rates. These improvements enhance the visual experience but are more about clarity and smoothness than about adding more detail or complexity to the graphics themselves. For example, playing a game at 4K resolution with a high frame rate offers a smoother and clearer experience, but does not fundamentally change the visual style or detail of the game. The rise of digital distribution platforms has democratized game development, allowing smaller studios and independent developers to create and publish games. Many indie games focus on innovative gameplay and unique art styles rather than pushing graphical boundaries. This shift has enriched the gaming landscape with diverse experiences, but has also shifted some focus away from cutting-edge graphics. The success of these games demonstrates that compelling gameplay and storytelling can be just as important, if not more so, than graphical fidelity. To ensure compatibility with older hardware and broader accessibility, many games are designed to run on multiple console generations. This cross-generational compatibility can limit how much developers push the graphical envelope, as they must account for the capabilities of older systems. This approach helps reach a wider audience, but can constrain the potential for groundbreaking graphical advancements. As awareness of environmental issues grows, there is an increasing focus on sustainability and technology. Developing and running highly advanced graphical systems requires significant energy, which can contribute to environmental impact. Some companies may be more mindful of their carbon footprint, opting for more efficient and sustainable practices over maximal graphical performance. This consideration reflects a broader societal trend toward environmental responsibility, influencing decisions in game development. In summary, while video game graphics have indeed continued to improve since the 2010s, the advancements may not be as immediately striking or revolutionary as in earlier decades. The industry has reached a point where incremental improvements yield diminishing returns in terms of noticeable visual enhancements. Moreover, developers balance graphical fidelity with other crucial aspects of game design, technological innovation, and artistic expression. As a result, the evolution of video game graphics is part of a broader, multifaceted progression that includes improvements in gameplay, storytelling, and immersive technologies. The focus on diverse player experiences, artistic creativity, and technological innovations beyond graphics underscores the complexity and richness of the modern gaming landscape.